What's up, YouTubes? What's up? How's it going, peoples? Fun craziness. So, lots of people have been wondering about the Icebreaker V3 Mini, Moltanica version. Sorry. Bleh. Here it is. Okay. So let's give you a quick understanding it. There's a few different versions of it. So this is for Town Hall 18. Now for Town Hall 18, take a look at the spacing back here. It's very important. Specifically so you can get this little bump out here. So you can take advantage of additional lane space and additional other stuff. You can trim this even further. On my Vlad Dracula one, I found that I've been able to trim up to there. So it's potentially could be more. Potential. But it really depends on your circles. So, yeah. But I'm back. So this is what you got here. So let's play around with it a little bit. Let's show you a few different configurations. So this is the configuration for 5-man. The configuration for 6-man is you drop it down here and you put the 6-man base right back there. There's another configuration to this. There's the I really want less is more. Less is more to me, so I feel like less is definitely more. And you can go like that. So that puts this even further back. So then it takes even longer for them to get to you. So they have to go through that zigzag even more. So yeah. For if you want to take advantage of the less is more and go even more less is more, that is an option for the people that are 5-manning it. Now let's take a quick peek and see what else we could do with it. Let's place some bombs out and then let's just do a little run of M or something just for some fun. So with this particular configuration, you get a bit of a bomb placement like that. I'd keep the bombs more to the inside and not really move them out. I'd leave them on the inside like that, especially if you're trying to do O or anything like that, OP or anything in those higher ranges. You'd want to utilize something like that, and then put these bombs in the back here for safety's sake, and it'd look pretty good. So this is the kind of setup that you would do if you want the power that's been offered from the Moltanica version of Icebreaker V3. So yeah, sort of still looks like Moltanica, but a baby version of it. It's smaller. So what would you do if you would want to then make it at even lower levels? Let's say if you wanted to make it at Town Hall 17, which I believe has 10 less walls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trim those 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Come on, 5. Sure. Trim those 5. Trim those 5, and then ta-da! You got a Town Hall 17 version. You'll still have the zigzag, you'll still have the tunnels, you'll still have that. You just won't have the ear edition. And you'll still do fine. Frog in my throat. I'm just waking up. So, and then let's say you had even lower than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You could trim 10 off of here. You could trim 10 off of there. That's 20 less walls. You could have 20 less walls and just get rid of the bumpers. Now the bumpers do offer a particular protection, and that's why we put them there, but you could get rid of the bumpers. And that would help if you had lower level hero bases. You could get rid of the bumpers and it wouldn't matter. So let's take a look in the back. So this is if you're doing the Moltanica version. Let's take a quick peek and see what it can do. So let's give it a run on. This is the version where less is less more. Remember I showed you 3 different versions. If you have 6 bases, if you have 5 bases, but you still want, you know, a decent amount of stuff on the inside, or 5 bases with a lot less on the inside. So there's a few different variants. Now, could you do this at even lower level town halls? Yes. Would you really want to? I don't think so. Because I just showed you what, down to level 16, town hall 16 probably. If you did want to do town hall 16, you can get rid of that bumper, you can get rid of this bumper. But could you do it any further than that? Probably, but I don't know if I would suggest doing it lower than that. You'd be definitely getting rid of stuff on the top. Then to do it at a lower town hall, you would probably suck this all the way up against the wall. This should be then touching the wall. This should then be touching the wall. You'd probably just get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 10 to bring it down to, what is that, 14 or something. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to bring it down to even lower. And then you just would have an open back. You'd get rid of these walls back here and have an open back. And that would allow you to bring it to an even lower level. But that is not providing any protection on the back end then. And what you could do then for alarms, what you could do then for protection is put buildings back there instead. So, you know, throw a building, throw a building, throw a building, throw a building. You know, that would be your protection in the back, is buildings instead. So instead of using pathing, you'd be using buildings if you are using this at an extremely low level. So you could trim the walls off of here to bring it down to 17. You could trim the walls even further to bring it down to 16. You could trim the back to bring it down to an extremely low level and throw buildings back there. So that's how you could do it at extremely low levels. So that's what Town Hall, my guess is you could probably do this lowest is Town Hall 13. So probably maybe if you get rid of the zigzags, if you're eliminating zigzags and you're having it a tunnel, if you're getting rid of zigzags and you got a tunnel, you could potentially bring this down to like 12, 11 maybe. But each thing that you remove is something, you know, it's a bit of the base that you're removing. So just be warned. There's potential. So yeah, you could bring this pretty dang low. In fact, you could bring it to the point where you suck this completely against the wall, where everything, even these little bits and bobs, are trimmed off and just sucked all the way against the wall. And then you could have it really low level. So yeah. Whew, just waking up, guys. Just wanted to get this out here so you guys had something. So for the people that really demand to like get this kind of base even lower, you would trim these bits off. You'd trim these bits off. You trim this whole back off. You could trim that off. You can have it really low, like almost down to Town Hall 11. So yeah, you could reduce it a tad. You could, and then you'd have more like the old Heart style base, but at an even lower level. So yeah, if you really wanted to trim it down ridiculously hardcore, you could. You could indeed. So there's some of the hints, tips and tricks that you could do to trim it down even more. Now, so this is the Town Hall 18 variant, but you can see that you could probably drop it down to possibly even 11, which is ridiculously low. I don't know why. I don't think you would want to use a corner setup that low. I would probably go for a box, but if you already made it past J, I guess you do want to use a corner setup. But yeah, so those are some thoughts, so you can understand how to make this base at a lower level. So for the people that are liking my Town Hall Icebreaker V3, and if you wanted the Moltanica version and you wanted it to be lower and still useful, here you go. As well as I showed you the 3 different variations that you can do with the internals of the base. Now, yeah. Now, for those that want an open base, and let's say you want an open back end, and you want tunnels and stuff too, the same concept goes with that. You can just throw some buildings in the back. See, building in the back, building in the back, building in the back. You could do that, and then still have that other building in the back, and you could just suck it up against the wall, and there you go. So there's different variations. If you want an open back, you can have an open back. That's how you would do it, okay? So I'm showing you guys different ways, some different concepts to trim this down or to keep it the same and move around the inside a little, okay? Alrighty, 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 alrighty. Let's get on to the next bit. So let's just make it look better. Right now it's just there. So a little dragging going on there. But yeah, so for those that like the base setup, let's give it a little testy and see how it works. Whoa. Let's just do it on M. Go fast. So you can see that I go on a further distance to get to there. I did throw in this guy. This guy we're just leveling right now. He doesn't really do much yet. He still has level 1 skill level. We'll put a little effort into him though. That's Ares for those that you don't know. I put him up front because he can utilize the hallway. I believe he can utilize the hallway. We'll find out. And my melee are in the back, so they don't hop the wall or don't get the aggro to hop out the front. Ranged have to be in the front. For this base setup to work, usually it's best to have 3 ranged. You can see in the past I did put Thunder God there. It's not horrible. Never put a melee up here though. Make sure you have a ranged here and a ranged. You should at least have 2 ranged. Everyone should have a druid. Everyone should have a druid. If you don't have a druid, get one. Druid's awesome. Come on, you get one every month. Everyone has a ranged healer, at least. Now let's see how Ares does. I wanted to test this with Ares, and it works quite well with Ares. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I didn't actually think about how good Ares would be with this particular style of base. So I'm going to maybe throw something to him to get him to the next level. He's going to probably die here because his inscribe is not up. We didn't really do anything to him, so whoopsie. I just, put him in. He's a new player, skill level 1, nothing to inscribe. Whoopsie. I should address that right away. My bad. My bad. I just want him to get experience. I should probably put Atlantic Core back in and just have him in a tower. But I wanted to see particularly his range there. I wanted to test that. So that's why I threw him there. But he wasn't ready to do this yet. His skill level was so low. Everything wasn't going right for him. So do make sure you get your inscribe levels up, people. It matters. It really, really matters. Inscribe is a good thing. Crests are a good thing too. I don't think he has any crests. Whoopsie. My bad. But I was throwing him in there to see his range. If he was going to be a good candidate to go there. And he is a good candidate. We just got to get his inscribe up, give him a crest, and do something with his skill. A level 1 skill he shouldn't be doing. But I just wanted to test his range. And it looks good. He will be going there on a more permanent basis. So I just need to get him up. And I was just a little lazy doing so, so give me a bit of time. I'll have him up, I promise, okay? A week or two and he'll be at the right amount. So, yeah, a week or two and he'll be good. Just give me a little bit of time and it'll all be good. All be good. So, it's interesting. They're actually going for one of my little bases, but we should get a Thunderstrike in here and look pretty good. So even losing them on, we're fine. The setup still works just fine. So let's take a peek at Aries and maybe do something with him. Because right now that was sort of pathetic. Let's give him that. That'll at least get him up one level. So he can at least get something. There you go. He could be a level 2 of 9. Look at that. Isn't he impressive? Yeah. Yeah, we need to fix that. We're going to have to level him a little. Let's use Inscribe. That's a pathetic amount too, isn't it? Level 18. We need some mana. Do we got any of those mana things left anymore? Can't remember. I can't. Well, I'm going to buy that. We do, but not many. Not many at all. So we'll give him something for the time being. We'll get him up there. It won't be a ton, but it'll be enough to at least make a dent. So let's level him up fast and make him more useful, because this base does utilize range. Range is better on this base. Floaters are better on this base. It's just how it is. So let's give him a little bit of a boost. There he is. Inscribe him up some. Okay, he can use level 1s, so let's give him let's keep him alive longer. We can't give him a level 2 anything yet. Or maybe we can give him a, well, this. Let's give him that. Ugh, can't. That sucks. Maybe, yeah, let's just make sure he doesn't die. Because right now he's just really low level and he's just going to take damage, and he doesn't have anything for inscribe levels, and he's just pathetically low right now. So let's just give him something like that. There you go. Now he's not completely useless. He'll live a little longer. But yeah, so that's the gist of the base. And you can try different configurations, like I was showing you guys, but there's just the understanding of it, knowing your pathing of your heroes. Now let's show you the pathing of your heroes so you understand what you need to be worried about and what you need to do to address certain things. So the reason why I have this little bump out here is the bubbles. You see where the bubbles end? You want to make sure that you have enough spacing in your bubbles there that they're not hopping out the front. If your heroes hop out the front, you'll get aggro. If your heroes hop out the side, you won't get aggro. You heroes hop out here, you'll get aggro. Aggro is bad. They'll then go to your heroes and kill your heroes. You don't want your heroes dead. You want them alive. Simple as that. Keep them alive. Don't let them hop out. And then you'll be okay. Just do that little trick. The little bit in the front to make sure they don't hop out. And for those that have leveled up their hero bases, what you gotta do is, if you got them up to even higher levels, you just gotta steal from this side, put on this side. Do realize where your bubbles extend to. Do realize that you don't want your heroes hopping out the front. Hopping out the front is bad. Hopping out the side but staying within here could be okay because you have bumpers. Bumpers protect you. That's why the bumpers are there. If you go really low level with a base, you unfortunately don't have the protection of the bumpers, but you know, you'll still be able to target the heroes. So let's do it again. Let's do it again for some fun. Just show you. Oh, gun should be okay. So what do you guys think? So this is the Moltanica version of Icebreaker V3. where it utilizes the lanes, the pathing, able to trim a little bit back and gets the ears. So yeah, good stuff. So they're gonna probably all target Reaper, because Reaper's gonna be so close to the dang wall, they might attack through the wall. This is potential for them to attack through the wall because he was floating there. Naughty, naughty Reaper. Naughty Reaper. You've been a naughty Reaper. But Reaper's awesome like that. So there we go. We lost one base. Not bad at all. The spread on that's perfectly fine. Now look how much time we're going to get in this little hallway here. I love that this hallway is just so beautiful. For this reason alone, we get all this extra time on them. Ares, I didn't realize how big range Ares had. I really didn't have any Ares on any of my accounts, but man, he shoots really far. He can stand right here and shoot anyone in the hallway. So, well, that's sort of cool. That's sort of cool indeed. I didn't realize Ares could do that, but yeah, he can apparently. So, yeah. That's why you want ranged. The ranged Ares is not going to hop this wall. So, there we go. Just figured that out now. I wanted to test, you know, because before I had Thunder God there. So I wanted to see what happens when I had a range there. And oh my God, is it beautiful? It is beautiful. So that's a thing. I will be starting to do more N on this once we get Ares up a little bit. I'll be switching to just farming N. But a lot of people were asking for the lower level design, and so I just wanted to show some people this is what the lower level design looks like. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You can see where you can trim, so you can trim the top bits down there to get to 17, the bits here to get it to 16, then you can trim some back here to get it to even lower, to 15, 14, 13. You can get that by trimming the back walls here. And 10, 11 to get rid of that stuff right there, and then just suck it all the way up, and there you go. And you got yourself a base that is a corner base sucked up all the way to the wall, still utilizing most of the technology of this base. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below. The comments down there, use them, put things in them. For you lower levels out there, you thinking of me utilizing a corner setup? Would this work to your advantage? Would you use a corner setup? Oh, I'm losing heroes. No. We beat it. Once we got him up higher, it's going to be pretty cool because he's going to actually just silence some stuff. I can't remember if he silences the boss. I remember I'm new to Ares. None of my accounts really got him until just now. So, yeah, we'll figure them out. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the base? Have a good one. Have a good one. So this is, I think you could use a setup like this from Town Hall 11 to Town Hall 19. So this is basically Icebreaker V3 Mini. Town Hall 11 through Town Hall 20. Okay? So you guys basically see what you can do. Trim here to get down to 17, trim there to get down to 16, trim back here to 15, 14, 13, trim there, then 10, 11, trim there, and then just suck it all up. Okay? So there you go. Hopefully everyone understands these concepts. And there you go. So this is Icebreaker V3. How to make it go smaller and smaller and smaller for them Town Hall levels, but still, you know, get some fairly good use out of it. All right. Have a good ones, guys. Have a good ones. And remember, if you're having problems with Here Be Monsters, the biggest thing to help you is inscribe levels. Lost Realm is great. Inscribe levels and crest levels will pretty much guarantee you the next kill for Here Be be monsters. If you get those up higher, you're most likely going to then beat the next level of Here Be Monsters. Have a good ones. Have a good ones.